Hello everyone and welcome back. I wanted to do I want to do a series of just little overviews of all the wax that's in my collection by vendor. So like little feature videos on each vendor. And I thought I would kick these off by doing a video on one of my favorites who I just received last week some fresh wax from, and that's Dessa's Homespun scents. So I have I guess it depends on whose standards you talk about. I'll have a lot of shot pots. So I've got 3 tubs of shot pots nearly full from Dessa, plus a couple of builder bars and a bag. That's enough to last me a while, I think, but I don't have, huge quantities of, bags or things or anything like that. Dessa's Homespun Scents is one of my favourite vendors. I really like, the things I love most about her are I like the texture of her wax. So she has probably this, I find it's the easiest to cut, but it's still, I'll pull some out to show you what I mean. And these ones have been a little bit beaten up because my son was playing with them, but Lord. So it's soft enough that it cuts like absolute butter, but it's solid enough. It's not sticky at all. It actually holds shape well. My son was being quite rough with them, using them as tires, and you can see it's still in pretty good shape. It feels nice. It throws beautifully cold and warm. And yeah, so it's definitely like one of my favorite, actual wax formulas. I think it's completely paraffin, but I think she does her own custom blending of paraffin to come up with this mix. So some other vendors, like I've had that are full pure paraffin, like Candles from the Keeping Room. She's got, she has a very, very hard paraffin wax, which is, okay. I like Carol's wax as well, but I really love how easy to cut and just how nice, and this is really easy to clean out of the warmers as well. So I don't normally love pre-order vendors, but I really like Dessa's business model. So she she does set pre-orders throughout the year, but she gives plenty of notice, like a lot of notice. Like one of my biggest issues with some vendors with pre-order is that they they announce it with not much time and they only have a certain selection of things. And if I'm doing a pre-order, I generally like to place an order, stock up, and that's exactly what you can do with Dessa's, because her entire scent list is usually available. You have time, so while it's not, she takes orders until her quota is filled, so it is a little bit of a variable window. But I find as long as you're there within the first sort of hour, aim to be there online when she opens with a list. It's no dramas at all. You can kind of shop at your own pace and get them in there. So, and I just love that everything is available, every single pre-order. She posts so many, she gives so much advance notice so you can prep and plan and make your lists. And then she posts regular updates as well on her progress. So I really appreciate that. As it's, I don't stress or worry about, not that I do with other vendors, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you wonder about, how long things are taking or where it's at. I've never had that concern with Dessa. So I will start now and start showing what I have and talking through. So I pulled this bag just before, so all foliage. This one is one of my favorites. Like, it is just the best, and obviously it's why it's the only one I've got a bag in. it's just this amazing kind of tart, smoky crushed leaf scent. It's not a typical sort of, you know, I've had fallen leaves from a few different vendors, and this one is different. It's crisp, and it's, you know, there's sort of chimney smoke in there, and oh, my throat's really clogged up today. And it's just so nice. And I've noticed sort of elements of that type of scent weave through some of their other blends as well, and I really enjoy it. I'm going to start, so that's it for, I suppose I'll do my bars first. On some samples. So in my last order I got some samples. So cranberry skillet cornbread. I actually was on the fence. I nearly bought this one. In the end I decided not to, because I seem like I'm alone here, seeing everyone getting a lot excited for Christmas at the moment. I'm not cranberry. I've had blends that I like cranberry in, but a lot of the time I find it too sour for me, for my nose. Like, I like tart blends, but a lot of cranberry blends just go too sour for me. So in the end I decided not to. This one actually is very heavy on the cornbread. It's on cold, it's a very cornbread type scent. So I think I might melt that one soon, because I'm kind of keen to see how I feel when it's warm. Lemon sugar, so cute little ice cream scent shape here. There we go. Her wax blends really hold scent shapes quite nicely too. And this one's like a very lemony sorbet to me. It's nice, and it'll be a good one, I think. It is a summery sort of blend, but not so summer that you couldn't enjoy it any time. And then the last of the samples that I have are chestnuts and brown sugar. So this one's quite a brown sugar sort of blend. Like, the chestnuts are there, but it's not, really in your face. It's quite nice. So then the bars. So these are pretty much the only things I had left over from my last Dessa's order, which was my first, sort of halfway through the year. I think I've received it in June. And I'll admit, I was reasonably new to wax, a little bit overwhelmed. In hindsight, this one in particular I probably wouldn't have created again. So you pick your embeds and overpour, and she puts them together in a bar. Banana nut bread and barn dance. The barn dance is a really intense smoky kind of scent. It is a very smoky scent. So you can see the bar there. I've used a couple of pieces of it. Now that said, I actually do, even though it's not really I think I was expecting to get like a banana bread sort of scent with a little bit of, just a bit of smokiness. It's more the other way around. It's very smoky with some banana bread. I do actually still enjoy it. Like, while I say I wouldn't have made it, knowing my wax preferences and stuff now, I enjoy it. Like, I reach for it sometimes. It is a nice, particularly if you've got sort of other leaves or fall type blends going in the house, it mingles well with those. This one I definitely love. I'm really glad I made Salty Sea Air and Citrus Spritzer. I've used it a couple of times recently. It's one of my go-tos when I just want to when the weather's warm and I just want the house to be, just that. It is very strong. There's both the citrus and the sea air. It is a very strong scent in that regard. And the effervescence, it's just, I find it all pairs together really well. Definitely one that I reach for a lot. I reckon I will be finished that bar before summer is done. All right, now we'll start on the cups. So I've got, I'll sort of start working my way through with the drinks type blends into the bakery and then sort of into fresh. So I have First of all, I have Fizzy Pizzazz, so her, Fizzy Pop Effervescent style. I think I got this one to blend, but that said, it's a nice kind of lemon soda type scent, so I might even do that one on its own. Strawberry Lemonade. This one's interesting. It actually really does smell like a legit sort of strawberry. It's a bit kind of artificial sweet, but in a nice way. I think that will be quite nice. Raspberry Lemonade Spritzer. And this one is so strong on an actual legit authentic raspberry scent. That I'm not getting a lot of lemonade spritzer out of that one. I'm just getting, opening and burying your face in a punnet of raspberries. It's really not. I really like it. Tropical Fruit Chiller. And this one kind of reminds me of like tropical candies or something. It's quite a candy type scent. Should be quite good. I got her sparkling ginger ale to try. And hers on cold actually doesn't smell very sparkling. Like it actually is more like, it's got less of the effervescence that some of the other blenders have. I'm tempted to maybe this weekend, because I've got a few different ginger ales. I'm actually tempted just to throw different vendors into different parts of the house and just to sort of compare and see the differences. I love them all. Pretty much any kind of ginger ale scent is right up my alley. But it's interesting, that one is definitely, on cold, I wouldn't have said that was very sparkling. Rainbow Sherbet. So this is very, it's kind of got that sweet and sour kind of thing that you get in, that type of treat. I don't mind it. Might blend it. Now into the bakeries. It's apple zucchini bread. Smells amazing. I haven't actually melted her zucchini. I got a few zucchini bread scents in this order and I haven't actually melted it, but hers smells like the type that the really creamy, kind of rich sort of blending of zucchini bread. Sometimes I love zucchini bread, but I've had a few from some places where the zucchini bread itself isn't super strong. It's just, it doesn't really kind of wrap you up like the sort of zucchini bread that I really like. This one I have melted already. I melted just the other day, pears and caramel sauce. I have one piece left. This is amazing. This is just the yummiest pear blend. The caramel is not overwhelming, but it just turns it into this amazing dessert type scent. I was thinking I probably won't order from the Dessa January pre-order. She's back open again. But I'm kind of thinking now I might need to get some bags or something in that pears and caramel sauce because I love it. Campfire Marshmallow. I think I got this to blend. I'll be honest, I can't, and I add this disclaimer at the moment, and you can probably hear it. I do been having sinus issues. That said, I'm smelling most things fine. I'm melting most things fine. But every now and then I come across scents that I just can't smell, and I can't quite put my finger on whether it's me and my nose or whether it's the scent. That one, Campfire Marshmallow, I can't really smell on cold. So I might hold on to that until I've finally got my sinuses cleared a little bit before I start playing around with it. Toasted Coconut Cronuts. So this one is, I'll admit, again, so same sort of thing. It's a bit on the light side for me. I can smell some coconut in there though. But I might hold off before I start blending up that one. It's funny though, so like pears and caramel sauce and the zucchini bread apples and all of the other ones I've looked at, So I don't know, maybe it is the scents, or they just don't agree with my nose, because those other ones smell really strong to me. And most scents I'm melting at the moment are coming over, I'm picking them up, no complaints, I can smell them all. It's just, those two are really light, but every now and then I come across something that I just can't smell properly. We have La Patisserie, which is another bakery, French bake shop scent. And this one's nice. It's quite cinnamon to my nose. I did with a few of these bakery scents. I think I did plan on doing a fair bit of blending. Fresh bread and jam. I see people rave about this one. I'm not sure how I feel about fresh bread and jam type scents. And we'll have to see how that one goes warm. It smells like what it's called, fresh bread and jam. Banana caramel cupcake. This one's quite rich on the caramel. I'm not picking up many banana notes cold. Then we have sweet cornbread pudding. I got this one out of curiosity more than anything. I don't know how I feel about cornbread. Like pudding, this sort of... And I think I might blend it. It's a a bit sickly for me. Yeah, so I think with something fruity or something that might tone that down for me. Caramel apple French toast. This one smells really nice. I like her apples in bakery, and apple caramel and apple pear. I think she has a really nice caramel. So looking forward to that one. Pumpkin mallow. So this one's meant to be like pumpkin and marshmallow and things like that. And it is quite a sweet, slightly cinnamony kind of pumpkin type scent. I'm not huge on pumpkin scents, but I just wanted to try hers. And I got another one, pumpkin cinnamon donuts. This one, I'm not sure how I feel about this one on cold. It's hard to describe, and there's something in there that I have a feeling that one will change on warm, but it's not winning me over cold. Sugared zucchini streusel. This one smells freaking amazing. It's just that so my other favorite vendor for zucchini bread is Rose Girls, and I have blended streusel kitchen and zucchini bread before, and it smells good, and this is quite similar to that, so I'm gonna enjoy that a lot. Zucchini caramel bread. And this one, look, where I said the zucchini is coming through really strong, on this one I'm not getting zucchini as strongly. It's kind of more the caramel there, so it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. Opening a box how that one goes warm. That one might become one that I start blending with some of the other stuff that I've said I will do blending with. Continuing on with the bakery, so bake sale. And this is a nice cinnamon kind of heavy, just a mixed sort of baked scent. Quite like that. And I think that's all for the bakery scent. So now I've got my box of fresh and outdoorsy sort of ones. So Pirate's Voyage, which I used the other day. It's described as like the musty water and wood, and it's inspired by the ride at Disney. And the description is dead on. But in a good way. Like it smells really, really good. It does remind me a bit of fall foliage. Like it's got that kind of same smoky greenness. It's sort of, I find it hard to describe, but I really enjoyed that one a lot. Evergreen and orange. And this is really nice. It's it's got the sweetness and the orange there, and then it's got that sort of green, pine sort of green undertone. it's a hard one. I'm saying that for all of them. But no, that one, I really like. The orange really makes it bright and really nice. Smoky Mountain Berries. This one was quite unique. It's, you know, the berries are there quite strongly, I guess, but it's definitely not a typical berry scent. It's kind of got this, the smokiness is, yeah, it's, I'll be interested to melt that one, see how it goes. Soarin' Above. I cannot remember what this one was meant to be, but it's a zesty kind of citrus, maybe a little bit effervescent kind of blend to me. Witches Fly at Night. And this one, I remember the description, there was a lot in it, and it's quite spicy. Definitely sort of Halloween style type blend. Then we have aloe and rainwater, and yeah, definitely a watery fresh spa scent. Quite nice. It'd be good for coming into summer, so it'll be really nice for that. Journey Over Pandora. When I placed my order, I did try to get a mix of summer scents and non-summer. This one's hard to get a read on for me. It's kind of, it is sort of spa-ish. Yeah, I think that's the best way to, I'm just moving so I've got more room. Yeah, it's a spa scent. Not getting anything in particular out of that, so we'll see how it goes. Fireflies. This is a little bit smoky, like a little bit campfire smoky. And maybe beachy too, like maybe like a kind of version of sort of beach nights. I'd have to check the notes. I'm probably way off on that, but that's kind of what I'm getting. But I'm not getting anything super strong off that on cold. The Forest. I love all of her outdoorsy blends, and I love that they're all really different. Like, the Forest is completely different to fall foliage. Like, this is a much fresher kind of watery green. Yeah, it's a lot brighter of a scent. I really like it. On the Boardwalk. Nearly finished. So on this one, I'm getting mostly kind of like a lemonade, like maybe a little bit of sea air, lemonade and sort of sea air to me on that one. And the last one, and I've had this before, Cold Barn Mornings. So I enjoyed melting this one so much. It doesn't give, funny, it took me a while to melt it because it actually doesn't give you much on cold. So that's why I'm not too concerned about some of these ones that I can't smell so much on cold. Because I know this one, I remember last time too, I was, looking at it and going, I just don't know. I think it was one of the last ones that I ended up melting because, yeah, like, there's definitely a scent to it, but it's just, kind of a, words not coming good to brain today. Like, just a little bit kind of woody in that, like just a kind of light woody scent. But I remember when I melted it, it came alive. Like, it really kind of through just, cold air and, wood, and it really came alive. So it was a really nice blend. That's why I didn't do many repeat purchases, but that one in Fall Foliage I definitely got again. So that's it. That is my entire Dessa's Homespun Scents stash. As I mentioned, fantastic vendor, one of my favorites, great pre-order model, absolutely no complaints. So yeah, I will keep trying to do videos like this for all of my little vendor stashes. So thank you for watching. Bye.